This is an exciting day for Kern County. You know, Kern County service is more than 40,000 veterans live here. As we know, the quality of life and the patriotism in this community has always come to the need of this country in the time of service. And many veterans here continue to have to drive down to Los Angeles for their health care. One of the goals that I've always had when I ran for office was making sure how we treat our veterans. So part of that was making sure that we updated. We've been able to, in Congress, pass what is called the Mission Act this year, just recently, allowing more veterans to use local health care in the process, not having to make that trip. But in 2010, the Veterans Administration said they needed a new clinic. As you know, these clinics are not owned by the federal government, they are leased. Our current clinic is more than 26 years old. In 2010, what they wanted to do to be able to expand the care. We have more women veterans for women's health. We have more concerns about mental health, homelessness. And as we walked through working with other developers to select that site, in 2010, the VA was prepared to select a site. Unfortunately, the high-speed rail was going to go through the area that they were going to select. So we went back to the drawing board. And for the last 2 years, I've been passing different pieces of amendments and bills to keep the VA's feet to the fire, that we would not be forgotten about. And today, the Veterans Administration is going to announce a new state-of-the-art veterans clinic for Kern County. It'll be at Newt. It's a San Diego-based developer. If you looked at the renderings over here up on that website, the location will be Knutson and Olive Drive. The big lot right behind there when you see. It's a good location, localized in there. But what's going to be new about this state-of-the-art facility, this is going to be one of the first clinics built after the Missions Act, which allows veterans to utilize local health care more for major procedures. It will also be built after we've expanded, if you know, in the pilot program that we were able to announce this year, on off hours on weekends, where veterans can go to accelerated health care and others locally to be treated as well. But this will expand the treatment for women veterans, where we have more women serving today, be able to also expand when it comes to mental health. We know the expansion and need for that, and also homelessness. So I'm excited about, one, that we found a location, two, that we're starting it. We're going to have a groundbreaking in a couple months, but more importantly, that the veterans in this community are continuing to get the care that they need. And it will also alleviate a lot of the problems down in Los Angeles because so many people have to drive down there. The more that we can take the care at home and the quality of care here to our veterans says a lot about the character of this nation. And that's what I'm excited about happening today. Now, as you know, we have a lot of veterans, and we do a lot of things here for them, and a lot of them utilize this clinic. So I want to call a few people up to say a few words. I first want to start with our mayor, though. She has been a great deal of help to this, a great deal of help to veterans as well. You want to say a few words? Thank you, Mayor. Go.
Thank you so much, Congressman. This is a great day for Bakersfield. It's a great day for Kern County. It's a great day for Julio. It's a great day for Gary. It's a great day for veterans like Shannon, but it's also a great day for Ray, who is on the bed of the Kern River. It's a great day for all 40,000 people who served our country so valiantly, who gave it their all. And we are so grateful now that the comprehensiveness of what we're able to offer with health care is coming close to home. It's reaching not only some people, but all people. So thank you so much. It's a day for celebration. Let's celebrate Bakersfield. Let's celebrate Kern County veterans. Thank you so much for your service, Congressman. Thank you so much for caring.
Thank you. And I now want to call up former Sergeant Zachary Reese. This is an individual who does so much for our veterans, but also he was just down Sepulveda last week. Now, prior to that, I saw a few pictures. He was in D.C. sitting in my office in my chair, leaving me a few notes. But we cannot thank you enough for your service in Afghanistan. and we want to make sure you get the care you need as well. Zach? Thank you.
I just want to thank the Congressman for everything he does for our veteran community. He's an amazing man. His family is awesome. I understand the frustrations of veterans and having to travel to get specialty care from Bakersfield to Sepulveda or West LA. And I also understand the overwhelming workload that our clinicians have in the VA. So with the Mission Act and opening this 30,000 square foot building, it's going to compound the relief over time, and it's going to help our local veterans, and it's just an amazing accomplishment for Kern County. Thank you.
Yeah.
I also want to call up a Vietnam vet, Tony Martinez. This is an individual that utilizes the clinic and also has to go to Sepulveda, but he also is here to care for our veterans. He's been a great deal of help in the gallery for the Warriors, helping veterans rebuild their homes. But for the same time he's helping other veterans, we want to make sure Kern County's here and the VA is able to help him as well. Thank you, Tony, for your service.
Had a friend this morning at 5:30 send me a message and said something magical was going to happen today. About 8:30, I got a call, text from Jason, and said, "Tony, you got to come down here," and I am here. I want to thank the Congressman for all his support and all he does, not only for our veterans here in Kern County, but for our community. I am a I guess recipient of Agent Orange when I was in Vietnam. My illnesses have been caused by that. I've started seeing, thanks to Dick Taylor, I started going to the clinic here. They have taken excellent care of me and are taking excellent care of me. My biggest issue, I'm not doing as much driving now. I have more fear going down that 405 to Sepulveda than when I was in Vietnam. It's hard going through some procedures right now, and this facility is going to really not only help me, but help our veterans. So again, thank you for the Congressman. Thank you for our vets for your service. This is truly a county of veterans where we love our veterans. So thank you all very much.
The next veteran I want to call up symbolizes the expansion of our military. It's not just men, it's women who serve in our military. And this clinic, being more than 26 years old, needed to expand for women's health as well. Being able to care for the children in there as well, the mental health and the homelessness. I want to call up Shannon Grove, a veteran who served in our country, but also understands the challenges when you come home. Shannon?
Thank you. As the first female veteran that's ever served in the state legislature, I'm just really honored to have a congressman who cares deeply about veteran services, and not only military. Not every GI Joe is a GI is a Joe, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm glad that he's expanded services for military women that have served overseas and served in country, to also pick up a weapon and defend this country. And I thank our congressman for his care that he has for all of our veterans, and to keep pushing the envelope so that we can continue to offer excellent services here in Kern County. So I just applaud him today, and I piggyback on the mayor when I say today is a great day for Kern County and a great day to celebrate the services that our congressman is bringing to our United States military. So thank you, Kevin McCarthy.
Oh, thank you. I'd like to now call up our State Assemblyman Vince Fong, who's worked day and night when it comes to veteran services as well, and has been a big part of making this happen today. Vince?
Well, I just want to thank Congressman McCarthy for this. I've watched Kevin firsthand over the past 10 years fight to get this clinic off the ground and this new clinic built, and now we're right there. We're on the precipice of that happening, and we certainly can't thank our veterans enough. They deserve the most state-of-the-art facility to get their health care, so that and we as a community, it is our obligation to make sure that they're taken care of. And so today is the first day. The next chapter is going to be building this facility, but we can't thank the community enough for their support for our veterans, and we can't thank Kevin enough for his hard work and tirelessness in making sure that this facility gets built. So thank you very much.
You know, I was there personally when we broke ground on the current facility, and then when we did the ribbon cutting. It was back in 1992. And the change that has happened to our veterans, the number of veterans that we have that have now served in combat, and those that are coming home, from mental health and others, that the change. That's why this is so important when it comes to state of the art. And now I would like to call up our County Supervisor, Mike Magra. This will be in his area out at Olive Drive.
First, I, of course, want to thank our Congressman for the great work that he's done, his leadership, his perseverance. He's a doggedly determined person to make sure stuff gets done. So thank you very much for that. I also want to pause for a moment just to say that what strikes me about this is not only the significance to our veterans, but to the families of our veterans. When the war ends and the veterans come home, they go back into a house. And that house has a wife or a husband. It has children. There are many, many consequences to it. And particularly then as our veterans age, I was struck by what Tony said about driving to Los Angeles, the difficulty that presents, the new fears that come in, the incredible things that our veterans did when they were in a time of war. But times change, and they are struck by these new challenges in their lives. And what this represents mostly to me is the opportunity for our veterans to be treated locally. And that's a fantastic thing, not only for them, but for their families. So thank you to the Congressman. Of course, thank you to our veterans for their service. And I'm so excited. Thank you very much.
I'd also like to call up our City Councilman, Ken Weir. This is in his ward. I'm sure he'll be watching to make sure as we build it. But it's a good location. It's easy to access, right off the freeway. It's a nice development within there as well, so veterans will be very excited about it. But our Councilman, Ken Weir.
Well, thank you. I'll follow up on the great day theme. You know it's going to be a great day when you get in your vehicle, you look at your messages, and you're invited to an event that's going to provide quality health care for all the heroes that live in Kern County. You also know it's going to be a great day when you find out that facility is going to be in the best ward in the city of Bakersfield, Ward 3. So I'd like to thank Congressman McCarthy and all that are involved in bringing quality health care to our veterans. And I promise you, if there's anything I can do for you to help move this along, to help you get the quality health care that you deserve, just give me a call and I will do everything I can. Thank you so much.
You know, there's so many people in this community to do so much for our veterans, but we cannot thank them enough. When I look out here, I see where Lily, Wendy, Jason, people that sacrifice because they know what the sacrifice the veterans have made. But I'm proud of the fact of how Kern County treats their veterans. Do you know in Kern County, there are only 2 areas in the nation that have a pilot program for on the off hours of the clinic that you can go and get care right here to accelerate in others. It's a pilot program that the VA selected that started just this year, and it started right here in Kern County. That we will be the first new clinic after the Mission Act that takes into effect not just the state of the art, the new health care that people can provide, but also thinking outside the box. That why can't a veteran get the care they need in their own community going outside the network instead of driving down to LA? It makes the quality of health care for the community stronger. It makes the ability of the veteran to be closer to home, to recover faster. And now by having the state-of-the-art clinic, we know we will attract the very best in healthcare to work there as well. So I'm excited because these veterans deserve it. They earned it. But even more importantly, Kern County wants to make sure that we thank you for the service you provided and that we treat you when you come home just as well. And we know a lot of that care at times is not a wound that you see when it comes to mental health. And sometimes it's a wound that doesn't show until years after your service has ended. But we want to make sure we'll be there for you. And with this new clinic, we'll be able to do that. I don't know if there's a lot of veterans standing up here, and some of them use the clinic as well. Julio, you want to say anything?
Sure.
All right, you don't want to just be eye candy? Okay.
This is truly a remarkable day to be a part of this community. Upon entering the veteran community in Kern County in 2013, medically retired, a lot not knowing what's going to go on within this community and just kind of anxious on what's to become. Hearing all of our veterans over the years of all the problems that we've had with the VA, waiting times, Sepulveda, and everything, being a part of this is one of the best days of my life here, to be honest. But it doesn't take the individual within this community. There's many of organizations, there's many of people like Congressman McCarthy, his wonderful family, Shannon Grove, everybody here that gets together as a community as one to make it the great place it is. Kern County is a great place. It is that threshold to many veterans within this nation that sees what we can do together and what we're capable of. I'm just really honored to be a part of it, and I cannot wait to get there for this new state-of-the-art facility and have the same great coffee we've been having since 1992.
Well, I look forward to the groundbreaking and, more important, to the ribbon cutting. It'll be a celebration for the entire community to be a part of. Because really, it says a lot about the character of a nation, of how it treats those who defend our freedom. Thank you very much.